Hey Pin Explorers, today we're here at Animal Kingdom for the opening day of the Zootopia show that are together. We did just see the show yesterday for a pass holder preview day, so you can find that on our channel. We're here today in hopes of finding some of the Zootopia pins that's supposed to be out. We really hope to get our hands on the one for the Zootopia opening day pin, and then they have a pass holder and they have another one and a mystery box, and we hope that we find that here. I know that they had them. I hope they still have them when we get inside, but we'll see. Other than that, we're going to be exploring the pin boards, and I'm inviting you to join me. All you have to do is subscribe, and your next pin adventure awaits you. So come along. The pin boards must be explored, so let's go. I have my Pin Explorer book here. These are the pins that we're going to be trading today. Right here at the ticket center is going to be our first pin board. So here's a look at the pin board. Check it out. It is a Donald Waveby, Donald Bubble one. Yes, we're already off to a good start. I love it. So the day is already looking up. We haven't even made it into the park and we already got a Waveby Donald Bubble one, so let's go. All right, we just made it inside. We're gonna go over here to guest relations and we'll start there. Let's see what the pin board looks like in guest relations. Here's a look at that pin board. Okay. What do we see? Not sure I see anything that I need. They didn't have anything on that pin board, so we're going to go over here. We're going to go to our next one. We're going to look at the pin board. It's probably outside. Generally it is outside, so we'll look and see. Our next pin board is going to be right here at Garden Gate Gifts. So here is a look at that pin board. Okay. Island Mercantile, they're going to have Zootopia merchandise for Zootopia 2. We're going to look for some of the merchandise they have in here. We found a pin trading cast member. Here's a look at their pins. There wasn't anything on that pin pad. Making our way down here to the Zootopia merch. They have quite a bit of stuff. So you can get ears, you can get hats. They even have like some play sets. They have a little bit of everything here. Judy Hopps dress for the kids. They have some pajamas, coffee mug. $24.99. Giant tumbler, $54.99. In the other store, they'll have some pins, so we'll go look at that. On the outside of Island Mercantile, they have a photo pass, and they will have a pin board. Let's look at that pin board. Here's a look at that pin board. All right. Not seeing anything that I need. They have a pin board right outside of Island's Mercantile. Let's go look at that pin board. All right, so here's a look at that pin board. All right. Like the orange bird, it's kind of cool. Queen of Hearts shoe, that's kind of cool. You don't see that one every day. And a thumbs up mini. Richmond card has a pin board. Let's check out that pin board. All right, here's a look at that pin board. Okay, so we got a couple here in the middle that look pretty good. I already have those. I don't need them. I probably say this in all my videos. The cast members are just, they're great. Right outside our feathered friends, they should have a pin board at the refreshment cart. So look at the pin board. Okay, so we didn't find anything on that pin board, but we did find a pin trading lanyard. I didn't film it because it's a lanyard. I don't really like to do up close and personal. There wasn't anything on the lanyard, but she pulled out some nice pins and said, I have some you may be interested in. So I looked at them, I'm like, all right, let's do it. We got the Stitch Halloween. I gave her a Stitch in return, and she's like, oh, that is so cute. Thank you so much. So I really thank that cast member a lot. It's times like that I just love Disney. I love the people that work here. I can't say enough good things. I mean, every time I'm here, I'm always greeted like family, well loved by the community of people here that work here. They're just awesome. Now we're gonna go over here and we're gonna look at some more pin boards. So there is a couple pin boards here we can look at. There's one right over here at DVC. But first, let's go over here, Mandala Gift. Let's check out that pin board. So here's a look at that pin board. And Mickey's cute. Nothing that I need. DVC has a pin board. Let's look at their pin board. All right, here's a look at that pin board. Okay, check out Pluto. He's kind of cool. Okay, I don't see anything I need. They always shut down Kilimanjaro Rabbit this time of year, so they can do refurbishing on it. They're gonna have a pin board. So here's a look at that pin board. What else do we see? Oh, that's cute. I almost missed it. He's winking. We found a pin trading cast member. Here's a look at their pins. It's right here at the food cart. They will have a pin board. Let's check out that pin board. Okay, here's a look at that pin board. Yeah, all right. The monkeys are very active today. Not that often I walk over here and actually see them doing anything, so that's kind of cool. There's a guest experience team right here, and they're gonna have a pin board. Here's a look at that pin board. That's a beautiful picture of Everest. Pinboard for Mount Everest is right here where they have the red umbrella. They used to have it right in front of the gift shop, but they moved it up here for a more permanent location. Here's a look at that pinboard. Okay. Not really seeing anything that I need. Hey, Pink Explorers, I want to give a huge shout out to Disney with Lizzie and her husband. I met them in the park today, and we did a pin trade. They're doing pin bingo and needed a pin, and I ended up trading the Nemo pin that I had, and I got the 25th year Mickey Mouse. Yeah, so it was a fun trade. It was really nice meeting you guys. I hope to trade with you again in the park. If you guys haven't heard of Disney with Lizzie, I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can go and check that out. All right, let's get back to some great pin trading here at Animal Kingdom. Let's go. Right here is the refreshment cart, and they do have a pin board. Let's check out their pin board. All right, here's a look at that pin board. All right, I don't think there's anything here that I need. Right here is the refreshment cart. Let's go look at that pin board. Here's a look at that pin board. Now we're gonna go inside of the Dino Institute gift shop, and we're gonna look at that pin board. Here's a look at that pin board. All right, the High Five Mickey. We're going back to Discovery Island over here. Discovery Trading Company. We're gonna go inside and see if we can find these pins. Go inside and see. So in here's where they have like the big wall of pins, and they'll have some more right here. Behind the counter is where the pins are gonna be that we need.
But I will tell you.
So we're gonna go over here and see. So here's a look at that pin board. We should trade for all of them, right? So these are the ones that they're offering. They have the pass holder, the party animal, and this one is the pin for the opening day. I'm actually shocked we were able to get all the pins that they have here. Let's go ahead and open our Zootopia box. Let's see what we get. These are all the characters. Either one would be just fine with me. You have 2 pins. We have to open up here. Gazelle. Okay, not bad. We got a new character, Frou Frou. So the Tree of Life used to have a show called Ant Life. They changed it to Zootopia, Better Together Days. This is the new attraction underneath the Tree of Life. This is the Tree of Life Theater.
All right, glasses on.
Judy! Nick! Just breathe, big guy.
I think we may be looking at criminal sabotage. Clawhauser, where to next?
Let's all work together. Let's make the world a better place. Blah, blah, blah.
Did someone say Zootopia?
Dream a dream. Make a wish upon a whisker. Outside tears. As we start this
That one was really cool. It's short, so the kids of all ages can sit through it long enough. I really liked it. If you haven't seen it, you definitely have to see it. It's right here is the gathering spot. Zoogether Day.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, wow, y'all look amazing. Love the outfit. The Zootopia gathering spot. Judy and Nick can go in and get your picture. Pretty cool. Okay, Explorers, that's gonna do it for us here at Animal Kingdom. I loved seeing all the decorations. I loved seeing the tree. Zootopia was a big hit. A lot of people were in line buying pins for it, so good thing we got some. Make sure you subscribe, and your next pin adventure awaits you. So let's go.